Hi, it is Josephine, and today we're going to talk about continuing a series. So, one of the great ways to get your readers hooked is to have a series of books, usually revolving around the same theme, like, billionaire tropes, or mail order bride tropes, or even, destinations or vacations, really cool things like that. Another way is to write a book about a specific set of characters, or even just carrying one character throughout the whole series, like, for example, Meg Cabot's Size 12 series, or Janet Ivanovich's series, One for the Money, all the way through to Hardcore 24 and beyond, which she's writing. Then there's also the way to do series is to introduce secondary characters in your books while you're going through a main character story, and then have those secondary characters come and be the main characters in the next story, so that we get a glimpse of them and are interested in them, and then we can go back and find out what's happening to them. I do that in my Ramsley Brothers story, and I kind of bring it forward into all of my series, which is a lot of fun, because I will take characters from my Ramsley Brothers series, and then I have broken out into side series with some of the secondary characters who don't really fit in the Ramsley series, but I thought that they were interesting and should have their own stories anyway. So I started with book 1 being about Noah and Elle, and then I introduced the brothers Max and Michael in there. And then I brought book 2 was all about Max, his brother, and we continued to learn more about the other characters. And then we brought book 3 being Michael's story, and I ran out of brothers because they only had 3. But in the background, I introduced a little bit of Dylan throughout the whole swope, and I introduced a really fun nurse called Kelly. And I really liked Kelly's story, and I thought, well, she was a character who was supposed to be nobody, but she had this personality, and she had, funny little quirks, and I thought, oh, she's cute, she should have her own story. And so she got hooked up with their cousin, who also has brothers. That's why we call it the Ramsley Brothers series, and it continues onward from there with his brothers, and also with some other brothers that the other 3, Max, Noah, and Michael, didn't even know about. So it kind of are able to carry it on from there. And what I mean for side series is that we got involved with all of Kelly's friends, and they have their own series called the Broken One series, so you can go over there and learn more about them. We also have another side series because when Jake got together with Sterling, she has a whole town that we're going to learn about, and we're going to create a series from there. So you can kind of break off different series and keep your readers interested by building this entire world that they can get sucked into. And that's kind of the goal, is to create a world that your readers really want to learn more about. They really want to know more about the characters, and they want to see what's going on. And again, always remember that nothing sells book number 1 like having book number 3 written and available. And nothing sells books like having them in a series where people get sucked in and they want to learn more. So look at your secondary characters, think about them, and think about how they could possibly become first characters in your series, and your readers might really enjoy them. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, drop me a line with any questions that you have, and maybe I'll make a video about your question.